Hey everybody, Jess here. Welcome back to Jess Unsolicited. I know I was on a little hiatus there. I don't like to make videos unless I feel inspired and have something like I feel worth talking about or I have to talk about or something. I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling it for a minute, and then I got preoccupied with other stuff that I'm doing and or working on, trying to do all that good stuff. Um, but a few people were like, "Hey, woman, like, where we miss your videos? Like, come on!" So here I am, and I'm glad y'all missed me. That felt good. but anyway, I guess like I don't know. I was just thinking like, okay, well, it's like the end of the year. Christmas is like right around the corner. Um, like where did what did 2020 teach you? Like, did you learn about yourself? Did you learn anything about the world? Like, were your eyes open to things that maybe they weren't before? Stuff like that. Because I always said like 2020, was supposed to be um, the year of perfect vision, right? Like, and obviously a lot of shit is, getting uncovered and whatever. Um, on all sides, so it's not a political thing at all because I don't trust any of them at all. Government, none of that bullshit. It's all corrupt and it's all to divide and keep, whatever. That's a whole freaking video series. Are you kidding me? But anyway, so I don't know. I was thinking like what 2020 was like amazing year for me. And that's like sounds crazy to say or to even think about because it didn't always feel like that throughout this year for sure. It didn't seem like that. But just kind of little recap. It started off like a normal little year, going to work, blah blah blah, waiting on my taxes. Gonna pay off stuff and looking to buying a house and moving back to Florida. And I had my little plans, all that, reconciled with an ex. Just things were just kind of moving along, and COVID hit. Okay, it wasn't, we didn't really know what was going on at first, and then that shit just kept getting worse and worse, and then we're on lockdown and quarantine. All this stuff was happening, and I wasn't going to work, and I don't like that because I've always worked and stuff, so it's kind of like my little world was shook up, and all, and no one lives well in uncertainty. And um the ex that I had reconciled, he's an abusive narcissist. I don't want to take too much video time of that. I'll make a whole nother video series on that, how to survive a narcissistic, abusive person. But yeah, like that just like got progressively worse, from like machetes being pulled on me to being choked unconscious to my damn car interior getting sliced and all my undergarments being burned in the backyard. Just insane shit. So that like parted ways. And at first it was just kind of like, oh no, like, yeah, that's what I wanted, but blah. And it was the catalyst that like sent me into this like healing journey that I've tried. I started to bring you guys along with, um, because it's like I really started to look at myself, and that's what I used this year for, was to work on myself. And I've done that, and I'm really really like proud of myself and the progress, and just all of that. And the big misconception I've found with being at peace, so to speak, is people think that like you can't tell them to go fuck themselves. Like, oh, but you have found this inner peace and you're all namaste and crystals and shit. Like, okay, yeah, I am, and I'm gonna pray for you, but I'm gonna pray for you while you stay the hell over there. Like, what? Like, no. I've learned to protect, my energy and my energy field and what all of that means. Like, how, like, what that really means. And that shit's deep. And anyone who knows me knows I love deep conversations. So this is like, has been like a wonderland for me. Just like diving into this, what I've always kind of had a feeling of and known, like there's more to this and all of that stuff. But to really like have the time and opportunity to really look into it and grow into that, all while doing the healing and the work. It was just like this amazing transformation, and I'm forever grateful for this year, like truly. um, I say, like, I didn't survive 2020. Like, I thoroughly like thrived during this year. And you know people who are, they'll think what they want and they'll say what they want, and that's okay. Fact of the matter is, I'm good, and I really, really hope that y'all grew and learned something during this year about yourself, and took the opportunity to make the best of it. And I don't know, it just was like this crazy inner balance, because that's like, for me, that's what I really realized. A lot of things that, where there are problems or conflict, or any type of low vibrational feelings that go with something, it's because something's out of balance. And I started looking at that, and balance really applies to everything in life. Like, everything, light, dark, good, evil, north, south, east, west. It's all like, everything is about balance. Hot, cold, hard, soft. I mean, you can literally translate it to just like anything. And it just wasn't, I didn't have a balance in myself. It was, you can't be too masculine and be like, oh, I got everything, and da da da, and you can't be too feminine and be like, oh, save me. It's like, I don't know. You really have to, like, find this balance while you're doing this healing. And you're going to be tested, as you're going through this growth and these experiences and all of this stuff. Like, you're just like, all right, you think you learned that lesson, okay, let's see. And they'll throw something at you to see. And I gotta say, like, yeah, like, I never came out, got pulled out of myself, like, and felt the need, like, oh man, I shouldn't have acted that way, or I said this and I didn't mean it, or no. Like, I'm thoroughly, like, balanced. Like, okay, I'm good with it, where everybody is, where and everything is going on. um, because a lot of that was relinquishing control. When I realized, like, I can't control what how my children turn out. I can't control how the conversation I have with my mother goes. I can't control how someone feels about something. I can't control what someone thinks about me. Like, it's, and you just, all you can do is work on yourself and worry about yourself and make yourself number one priority. And once I learned that, and I made myself number one priority, not my children, and go ahead and shame me all you want, but here's what I've learned. Unless I'm 100% and I'm my number one focus, I can't be the best version of myself for them. I'm a woman first, for and foremost. And when my children are grown and they go live their lives, I'm still going to be me, Jessica. So um, it was finding a balance of not giving all of me to my children. Yes, they're never going to go without. They're never going to need. They always have my love and my support. Um, but that doesn't mean I have to sacrifice who I am as a woman, as a person, for that to happen. It's about finding that balance. And like I said, it applies to everything. We all have good and evil in us, and it's finding that balance where I'm good until there's a reason for that non-good side to show up. And that basically is when someone oversteps your boundaries, or doesn't respect you, or does those things. That doesn't mean you come out roaring like a lion, like, you don't talk to me that way, you mother. That doesn't mean that. That means, hey, I'm not the one, don't talk to me like that. I'm blah blah. There's a way where you can say things and get your point across without being hateful. We're not here to spew hate, but we do protect our energy, and we do have boundaries that need to be respected. And when they're not, I don't have to be respectful of you. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's about balance. You show respect, I show respect. You show gratitude, I show gratitude. It's like I said, it all comes down to balance. And I feel like that's kind of what 2020 taught me about myself. It taught me about balance. It taught me what's really important. It was just such this weird, ugly, beautiful year for me. And I can't wait to see what next year brings. I'm super excited for that. And I kind of have been wanting to cut my hair. Like, that's always, they always say when a woman like is going through stuff, like, oh, she cuts her hair, da da da. And it's like, yeah, I've had it short for like a long time. And then like I grew it out, and all of this is just like, ugh, and I'm just like really, really over it. And I was like, wow, I'm not gonna like shave my head because I'm not quite that brave. But I don't like, the other thing is like attachments, like, and I'll make a whole video on that. Is like we have these attachments to shit that is just ridiculous, that are not needed, and it's not healthy. And like I feel like now that I'm at, not like the sort of the end of a transformation. Yes, I am completely. Which end of a cycle is more how I guess I should word it. Because I'm always going to like be transforming. As you're growing and you're learning, you're always going to transform. No way am I the same person I was, 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Like, if I look back when I was 21 years old, I was like, oh my God, I was a baby. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea about life. I had no idea who I was going to be in 10 years. Like, you think you do. It's like dealing with a teenager. Like, they think they know everything. They think they know the world. And they don't. At 30, I thought I didn't know everything. Like, once you realize you don't know shit, then you kind of realize, like, oh, okay, I'm a grown up, because you don't ever know shit. You just think you do. But anyway, so I decided to end my little cycle here with just cutting off all this crap, and just kind of go from there. I'll take it down and see what I gotta do to make it look halfway normal. But it's kind of just, doing this here just to kind of end out 2020, because, like, I'm just kind of over it all, right? So there we go. Give me a project for the rest of the day. So, yep, that's that. So, bye 2020.